Hello everybody and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. As always, I am Dor, and today we're going to go ahead and actually set the Dyson Sphere kind of in motion. We have either we're working on the last one, right? It's going to unlock everything, or we have another one or two unlocks. I don't know how many of these researches that we need for this thing, but we are currently working on one, and it's almost done. We are struggling a little bit on one of the cubes. I think it's yellows. But that is tier 4, I believe, is the research we're on right now. Again, I don't know if there's one more left or if this is the last one or what. So whenever that gets completed, we'll see, I suppose. But we didn't actually complete the first ring. We kind of did, right? This is like the most basic. Let's pause the game, right, while we're in here, so we don't accidentally set anything in motion here. So if we click on this, right, we have all of the nodes down for the first ring. But if we look at this thing here, right, I thought these things were the same thing as this one. This one only places down nodes, right, so we can't build the connecting things in between. But then we have this one, which is to build a frame, and we have this one, which also is to build a frame. I don't know what the difference between these two are, other than the little images, one's straight and one's kind of curved. So we're gonna use this one. I don't know what the difference is. So hopefully there's not something that's gonna be like I should have used this one because it's better, or vice versa, right? So as you can see here, we have the little connecting bridge in between, right? If we go all the way through and connect everything in, that's gonna build the ring all the way around. It's also gonna require more ships to go up and build these things, right? So that's gonna be another little while here. I think we have like, I want to say probably about 29 to 3,000 ships ready to go, but I think this is going to require an absolute ton. Okay, so if we go ahead and connect all this stuff in, right, we get this ring, and then that's going to be the, I don't know, like the actual first ring of this thing done, right? And so that's what that's going to look like. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and place down more of these nodes, right? We're going to keep the same spacing, right? One on every one of these main lines instead of trying to squeeze as many as we can in. This is going to be our first sphere, so we're not gonna squeeze everything in and try and get the best build out of this thing right off the bat. We're just doing this to get a feel for it, and we might go ahead and build another one here later on. There is a red giant that is close by to our system right now, and I'm kind of curious if that would output more power. So I kind of want to build a sphere around that one. But I might also start just exploring the system here, the galaxy, and seeing if there's any cool type of stars, right? We have a black hole. I don't know if we can actually build one of these around that. I don't know how that would work. We got white dwarfs around the place, so those would be kind of cool to build one around, I suppose. Let's go ahead and do this. I don't know why I was doing one line. I had all this stuff open for me. But yeah, we're going to do this, right? And then once we're done with all the rings, right? All these connecting rings, then we can go ahead and build the shell. And I think the shell is the thing that we see on the main menu that has like all these little hexagons going through the space in between the nodes. But we won't have that for a little while here. We are making... Oops, I don't want that. That's why it's a good idea that I paused it. But yeah, I don't want the thing to accidentally build something wrong. But we have the drones kind of being produced kind of regularly right now. I disabled a lot of the towers and things being built. I don't need any more assemblers for right now. I think I want to say 2,000 or 3,000 tier 3 assemblers just hanging out in the tower. We have I think another 20 launch pads for the spaceships here to build this thing. We have like 100 or 200 sail launchers. So I disabled all of those things because it's just eating up material. And currently the way our stuff is set up, we need more furnaces, and we need more we need a better layout for our oil line. So that's something I'm going to do in between episodes. I've already foundationed out one of the planets, the one that's furthest out, the one that we had all of the iron and silicone and all the other minerals coming off of. I went ahead and flattened out that entire planet so it's completely foundationed out, and I'm currently going to get all the foundations ready to go and do the other planet as well. We're gonna set up the oil stuff on the closest planet to us. We're currently mining that planet for all its resources, right? We have that stuff coming back in. We are running low on iron and stuff, so pretty soon here we're gonna have to start going to other systems and bringing in the minerals from those systems, unless we want to just rebuild the factories on those planets and basically start over again. Because I don't think we can pull the power from this sphere all the way to those systems. I think that's the point. You kind of set up a main base, set up a sphere on one of these systems, and then have your base sprawling across it, and just have warpers going into towers, feeding your ships those, and then launching and being able to go the distance. Because the game tells you that the transfer ships only need two, one to get there, one to get back. So us as the player, we're not really. I don't know if there's a way to lock onto the system, because every now and again the time that I tried it, I went past it and then I had to go back to it. So I don't know if there's a way you can like lock onto the system so it stops you while you get there, or something better. I don't know, because it's a little weird, but we're gonna have to start doing that eventually. Let me finish connecting these ones in, right? And then for the vertical slats here, we're gonna use this one. I don't know if there's a difference, but it does let you just use this one for everything. So I don't know the difference, but we're gonna rock this one all the way across horizontally, and then once we're done with that, we're gonna see the number of nodes here going up. We're already at 168. Right, that's just the nodes, but the amount of ships that we're gonna need is probably gonna be, I want to say probably 10,000, maybe more. It's a lot of ships. So we'll see here, because we know already each ring is 720, or at least this ring was, and I think that's the widest ring that we had. So it might be less per ring as we're starting to get to the poles of this thing, but this is something that's going to be running in the background, right? We're gonna see the power constantly increasing. Oh, that's another thing these rings do. The rings, the connecting rings, increase the power output. So I guess these are also just power consumers. They're not just for looks. They also increase the power output of this thing. So we're gonna have it go from 66.8 to probably double just off that one ring, and then it's going to get more and more as we have these things connecting in and getting everything up and running. But yeah, this thing's going to be running in the background as we are as I have to go rebuild the oil stuff, right? I want to go build it on the other planet because it's a fresh planet that has nothing on it, and we have all the room to go ahead and get those things running as smoothly as we can, because currently plastic is the main thing right now. And once we get plastic squared away and fixed and running the way it should be, we're going to run back into the problem we were running into last episode, where we just don't have enough refined oil coming out of the system. And it's just a loop of you fix one thing, the other thing breaks, because the system isn't set up efficiently enough, and everything just keeps breaking as we fix something. So we're going to need those things squared away before we can actually get the factory running as smoothly as we can here. I'm also probably going to end up building multiple more furnace arrays, because these arrays, you can't speed them up. All you can do is make them longer and longer, and that's all you can do. There's nothing you can do to speed them up currently in the game, so we're going to have to build probably another one for every item, and have those ones go out another 20 plus furnaces, just like we have here. I think what we're going to end up doing, though, on those ones on the other planet, is we're going to have the furnace arrays stretch all the way across the equator zone that we're building on. Instead of ending at the equator, we're going to have it go all the way across, and see if we can actually feed those lines properly. There might be a length limit to them before we run out of ore and we can't feed it properly, but we'll see how that works out. It's probably the oil. The oil, at least, is going to be on the planet next to us. That's where we're gonna try and have all that connected in. But we're also going to have the all the oil stuff is basically going to be on that planet, and then anything else that the furnaces and stuff, that's all going to be on the furthest outside planet that we have. I think it's the third one, or the whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, we're gonna have that one there, and have all that stuff coming back to the main planet here in the center. We might have to lengthen out the assemblers, because once we move the oil stuff, that reopens up the center there, and we'll have the things probably get a little bit longer to meet the demand of the input coming in. So that's all of the lines connected, right? And then I think what we can do is do this one. Can we have... Oh, we can even do that. I didn't know we can do that. Can we do this one? Yeah, we can do that one as well. Ooh. And then I think we can connect these things together somehow. But let me go ahead and go through, right? We're going to use this one. We're going to... Ooh, this is going to be a lot of stuff. We're going to do horizontal, and then we're going to do X's. We're going to do X's through as well, if it lets us do that. Does it let us do that? No, we can't cross over this thing. Cannot be crossed. What about this frame? Cannot be crossed. Okay. So, can we remove that one? Because I want the crosses to be going... yeah, let's have them going that way. So we'll do that, right? And something like that, and then we can just have it spanning across like this. And so we will... Let's see, hold on. This is the center one? No, it's not the center one. So we'll have that one going down that way. We'll have this one going that way. How many spaces do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 right now. So could we do this, where it's kind of switching back and forth? Yes. And then we can have that one go that way, and this one go that way. And that one going that way. Yeah, so we can have it alternating, which kind of, I guess, would look better. So let me go ahead and do all this, because this is gonna take another little couple minutes here, and I this is gonna get really repetitive having to put these lines in. But we kind of have the layout here, so let me go ahead and smash this out. Okay, and with all those things connected, right, we have a little like squiggly line coming through. It's kind of hard to see once they start overlapping, but we have the same design going all the way through it. So let's click on this one. I don't know what this one's going to do. Okay, so it highlights the connecting points. So we did need, I think we did need the horizontal line going through. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and click on these things, right? So we can connect in. What are we doing here? We're making a shell. So I don't know if these are also ship parts, or if these are just gonna appear once the lines are in place. But we can go ahead and click on all these, right? This is going to connect these things in. I guess it probably would have been quicker if we didn't do this, because then we just have a big square instead of these little triangles we're connecting in. Oops. At least now we know. It kind of also looks like you can probably get some really cool looking spheres out of this thing, because you have all these little squares you can connect in. And so if you have nodes and stuff, like in between, you can make little triangle nodes and then have little things like that, or you can have little tinier ridge things. So it's something we might end up actually doing later on the next one we build. So these ones are going to be big diagonal type things. Did I mess this up? I did. Look at that. I didn't put the lines through. I wonder if I did that anywhere else. I didn't do that anywhere else. I just did it here. Oops. Let me fix that. That's my bad. So no, they're all gonna have the same thing. They're all gonna be these little triangle pieces getting connected together. I guess we're good there. I think we were just missing those little pieces there. So yeah, they're all gonna be like that. Oops, I missed that one too, huh? Oopsie daisy. Fix that again. Ka-chow. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be these little triangle pieces. I don't know what this is gonna look like when it's done. Like I said, I think it's probably... Yeah, we can see... Ooh, I don't know if that's coming across or not, but you can see the little hexagon type things. So that's probably what it's going to look like. Probably just like the load screen looks like. The little force field shield looking thingy. It's probably what this is going to end up looking like. So that's cool. we need to click on all these things. It's going to set all these in motion, and then we can go ahead and unpause the game and see how much of this stuff it's actually going to need. It still only needs 168 nodes, so that's good. But again, the rockets are going to be somewhere in the thousands there. So that's going to be something that's going to take a little while to go ahead and get all this squared away. And we're also unlocking more of the sphere to go ahead and build this out on, so we're going to have to add on to that number eventually as well. Let's get this stuff going, though, and then we should be able to see that in just a moment. Okay, so that's all that connected in. I guess we'll see here just how many ships we need, and then we'll just be launching them from here on out. As we get them, they'll be going, and then as they go, they'll be connecting this stuff in and completing the sphere. So let's see here. If we go over to... Okay, so we need to be sending sails too now. So was it that one? No, we need to go to our rocket launchers here. So over here, let's see. What are you doing? You're pulling in 2.3 mil right now, so that's cool. Let's see. We need a total... Oh, man. We need a total of 26,160 currently to have that thing done. We currently have 2,800 in our silo and whatever we have on the belts here. It said something about the... I think it was talking about these things. The shell bits require sails, the other things. So, let's see here. Can we see it being constructed on this screen? Any of the inner bits connected in yet? No. Oh yeah, actually yeah. These guys are getting bigger. So these guys are the ones that are getting the stuff, and then these things are going to connect into each other, and then these are building out toward the other nodes. So that's going to be the framing that we just laid out on the other screen there. So let me go grab. Oops. Let me go grab one of our rail launcher things. Where are those at? Those should be right here across from us. So let me see. If I grab one of these guys, do we have any on the belts? No, I turned all this stuff off. Okay, cool. We take one of these. Let's see. Do we have the option to set this onto our sphere thing? No, we do not. So... can we set it on that? We can't. We have to set it on one of these things, and these things aren't that thing. So maybe we don't need this. I gotta relook at the Robot Man's description of the thing. But okay, so that's gonna be running in the background as we have all this stuff going. We have so much stuff on this planet now. Our frames are not doing too hot. But yeah, we are just about done with this planet's materials, I think. We have 1 million more stone. Everything else is dried up. And the coal that's on this planet is pretty much not going to be getting tapped anymore. The majority of it is under our factory, like I said last episode. Whatever we have on the outskirts is currently being mined up and going to be gone. I'm not going to foundation anymore of this planet. The covering of the water just uses so much of the soil, and it's not the easiest thing to be getting. So we're not going to be doing that anymore. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and probably wrap up today's episode. Right? It's probably going to be short. My apologies. We're now in the phase of the game where everything's going to just be a grind to get to. We're struggling on green cubes still. We're struggling on yellow cubes now. And so I need to go ahead and build out another furnace array. I need to build out some more proper oil processing things to get everything squared away. And then next episode, hopefully we have a little bit of the sphere completed, right? Because we have those 28 going over here, right? 2,800 going to this thing to connect everything in together. We'll probably end up going back to the human system. Oh, you know what we have? I totally spaced on it, but we had the research done now, right? So we can go ahead and click on any star system, and we can see what it has in it. So, for instance, that's the a B-type star. I thought it was a black hole, but it's not. Where is that red giant? There should be a red giant. Is this it? It's super bright. This guy right here. This guy is the red giant that's near us. And so we can see that it has a sulfuric ocean and has all the other minerals there as well. Are there any other cool things that we can see from here? We have some white dwarfs, I think, right? A-type star. This has a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it has a bunch of crystals and stuff. We might also start going to these systems that have the other mineral types that speed up the processing of things. This one looks kind of cool. Has a bunch of this stuff as well. But yeah, we might start going to those systems, right? Because those speed up some of the processes. So like the silicon crystals here, it's a 1-to-1 if we have the silicone. What is this thing? The fractal silicone, instead of having the two of these things getting smelted into one of these bars to be smelted into that thing. That might be a way to save some material. This thing as well, the little graphite crystals. What are these things as well? It's not going to tell me. There we go. We're losing frames. Kimberlite ore. That thing's going to speed stuff up. This thing's going to... Oh, we can't speed that one up anymore. That's going to be a bunch of trees and stuff. This one can get sped up. These ones can get sped up a little bit by using those things. And those things. I'm going to have to see if there's a way to maybe harvest graphene from somewhere. If there's like a star or something we can pull this from, because... this is also one of our holdups. This thing's being a holdup. This thing's being a holdup. But hopefully, once I go ahead and rebuild the oil stuff on the planet next to us, we can hopefully square some of this stuff away. Plastic and graphene are being stubborn right now because of our setup, and it's not really running the way it should be running. But yeah, like I said, that's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. We had that sphere set up, and next episode we'll hopefully have some more of the stuff squared away in a way that keeps things running smoothly, and we can go ahead and finish up the research trees and hopefully get into finishing up our mech upgrades and stuff. But for right now, it's going to go ahead and be it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.